think it'd be...
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
What was it when I was staying in Germany for a few months? Because that was like 9 a.m. their time, which turned out to be like 3 a.m.
Power restored.
for a lot of America or something like that. So it'd be basically just like the 2 a.m. stream, but it'd be a long stream time. Because I don't have really anything else to do aside from a little bit of cleaning and perhaps cooking. So maybe you can like hop in during the middle of it, but I'm thinking toward the end, once we start getting stuff settled, I'd be doing a stream around like 6 or 7 p.m. or something in German time. So that'd be around noon or 1 p.m. for the current time schedule that I've got in Eastern time. So Europe would be able to catch it obviously because it'd be 6, 7 p.m. And then America might be able to catch it when they get off work. Perhaps they'll like jump in the middle of it. So we'll see. Yeah, and Shabby, the remind command, for some reason I've got it set to just VIP. I don't really have a particular reason why, but I'll tell you what. If I can figure out how to do a thing. Maybe like that. Does that work? Is it VIP add? I don't know. Does that help? I'd like to VIP you. Is it just VIP? Oh, slash. I see. Duh. Right. Fucking commands. Okay. You're now a VIP. You in demand. Because you've been helping me a lot with some stream stuff and such. So there you go. Now you can do the remind commands. Your help is much appreciated. I think I still had to like sort stuff around here. Cause like I think we just got back, right? A little bit ago. And I sort of left stuff like half mealed over and half of it not.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Some of this I was keeping for like the scanning room and stuff. Like some of the quartz can stay. Quartz and coral. Quartz. Some copper and lithium. Titanium and lithium. Let's like kind of sort of mix this stuff together a bit. Water, not a whole lot of food, but I got the farms on board nowadays. So I guess I'll throw in a bit of gold, and that was about it for the scanning room, wasn't it? The scanning room was pretty easy to do. Especially if there's power nearby, because I don't have to do like structural integrity or anything. Although if I do end up needing to, I've got the lithium to do that for foundations. Or that's lead. Reinforcement. That's the lithium. Okay. For the scanner room, we got just copper, gold, table coral, titanium. I'll bring more titanium. And then solar panels, quartz, titanium, copper. And then gold, titanium for the power transmitter if I end up doing this, which requires magnetite and aerogel. Which I'm not sure if I can do, but I can see about doing that. Another aerogel and 2 magnetite. We'll see about that. Cyclops upgrades, not a whole lot yet. I think I've got the depth module and an energy efficiency 1 going. Those are okay. We got a farm in, a second farm if needed. It's a mix of potatoes and watermelons. Yeah, power cells are pretty happy. So in this locker, we'll throw in this power cell. So we've got 2 spare. We could potentially throw in batteries up here too, just then I've got them. Fungal samples, deep shrooms, a marble melon seed. We need to store that stuff away. Salt I don't need, uranite I don't need, the quartz, salt. I got a lot of quartz on here, so we can drop that off. I needed like a quartz locker at some point. There, the news started playing this game now too. Just finished exploring the Aurora. Next thing we'll be searching for a spot for your first base. Running out of space to put things in.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, I mean, honestly, for temporary stuff, like literally just plop down a multi-purpose room, attach a hatch to it, and just wall lockers, and that's pretty adequate for the longest time. It doesn't cost you many materials to get going. You need a little bit of power also, but since it's just a multi-purpose room, just like some solar will do it. The only reason I wasn't able to do solar for much longer was because I have all these other things like battery chargers and a scanning room and all that going. Well, you start pretty nearby a geothermal thing. It's not great, but it's something. Magnetite and aerogel. I don't have a quartz locker, right? I didn't get around to doing that. Diamond deep shrooms, we're just throwing stuff in here, I guess. It's miscellaneous. Yeah, miscellaneous. We got a lot of miscellaneous. The general gear. It's mostly just spare backup stuff in case I die or something. Fabricator, I'll pop that open too, why not? Quartz. The uranite I've got a locker for. Or... were you going to be the quartz locker? You might have been the quartz locker. And this is lead. Bring a little more lead. Bring a bit more titanium. Which I'm basically out of, so I'll have to go back out and get some more titanium. There's the lithium, the copper, and gold. I need copper and titanium. And more diamond, of course. I have a magnetite, not two. I've got a ruby that I can mix with one of the gel sacks that I'm growing outside for the aerogel. But generally, like, more rubies would be cool. Okay. Double check the sea moth, make sure there's nothing on here that I'm forgetting about. I don't think so, though. Nah, just some basic stuff. And upgrade wise, oh, that's right. I gave you the perimeter defense system. You've got the hull reinforcement, the depth module 3, and a storage. You're pretty kitted out. We lost the first little me. That one's doing okay. Yeah, let's drop this stuff off, and then we'll come right back. We'll get some titanium and stuff going.
Welcome aboard. All systems online.
I have 2 titanium lockers, if you remember. I don't think so. I think I looked through all of them. Because this is like just like spare water and stuff. There's a bit of titanium in here. But considering I need 5 for a scanning room, and then I need some more for other stuff. There's the lead. I got plenty of lead. And then there's the quartz and some table coral samples. I really don't have very much titanium at all. Think you might place your base where those pretty looking jellyfish are. Those long, weird, glowing creatures. In that, like, mushroom cave. That's 250 meters down. I'm still looking for the spot where those sea treaders were walking. I'm still not entirely sure where that was. Because I was told southwest, which is... I went out over there. Not the mushroom cave, though. Okay. The lightning dudes? I guess I'll eat a peep. The floater boomerang. Yeah, there's a boomerang going around with like 5 or 6 floaters on it or something wild. Looking for salvage. You know what? No, fuck it. Let's just scan for salvage. we should give him a name. I get the feeling he'll be here for a while. The treaders are under the floating island? I don't know, are they? Like out here, you mean? Because that's north. Joe the boomerang? Yeah, right, sure, maybe. Metal Salvaga. How we doing here? Everybody happy? Over by the blue balls, whatever that biome is called. Yeah, where is that? Keep in mind, I didn't get a compass until really late. So all the cool stuff that I found before, I have no idea where it is. They were, well, no. I remember them being beneath the island out there, right? West? Right? Southwest, beneath that. That matches up, I think. We'll check that out. So that means that, like, I was just over too far. That's okay. We can put a scanner up beneath that island too, or hell, maybe even on top. I don't know. Why not, right? Because you can build on land. Oh. Careful. Easy. I've increased the frame rate, by the way, of the stream. We're at a full proper 60 frames per second, up from 50. Before I had it at 50, because that still gives you like really cool fast motion, while still giving the bitrate a slight break. Because we're sitting at 6,000 kilobit per second. So obviously if you're rocking 60 frames per second instead of 50 frames per second, that's 10 extra frames per second that you have to distribute that 6,000 kilobits per second over. So, I thought maybe that'd be cool. But I don't know, maybe that extra 60 frame rate is, or extra 10 frame rate is really super cool. Oh, hi. How hot does this one get? Grouse. Grand Reef, the Treaders. Okay, that's the purple balled area. Oh, this is where I have my thing. Oh, okay. Which I can see about putting a little bit lower to give myself that extra boost of energy, because I've got it in like kind of a safe-ish spot because I wasn't really sure what to expect. But I think, especially since I got the reinforced armor thing, I think I'm okay to disassemble this and we'll move it over. Hey, fuckman, how you doing today? Also, let me know on the audio balance too. This game gets kind of loud. Miscellaneous? No. Exterior modules. Yeah. Like before, this used to hurt me, just being even here. And now it's starting to hurt me. Ooh, that That hurts big time when that explodes. Okay. I don't know if I'm actually okay. To try that again. Oof. Maybe I just leave you where you were. Let it do its thing. Okay. I don't think it can get much better here. It doesn't have like a cool surface to be on down there. So we'll leave you here. It's not great, but oh well. Can throw a foundation down there. Oh yeah, good point. That is a very good point. 2 titanium, 2 lead, and I could just be like, blammo. Well, it might not fit, actually. Yeah, I don't know if that'll actually fit on this one in particular, but that's a good trick to keep in mind. And you need to move a bit. To connect up. -69°C. Nice. Connected and connected. Okay, so we're still cool. So that's like 2°C warmer than it was previously. I don't think it'll make a huge difference, but oh well. Didn't we have a blueprint for reinforced suit? I've got that.
30 seconds.
That's why I'm not being hurt by the heat right this moment. Because before, I would be. $69°C is not very much at all, but it's the best this has got. Did these little outcrops respawn? Because I thought I grabbed most of these down here. Or maybe it was a little too warm for me and I chickened out. Yeah, I'll grab a medkit. I might have one on the sea moth. South of the dunes, west of a sparse reef, and northwest of the Grand... I don't know what any of those are. From my current location, which direction is this? Oh, and now we're full. Okay. Copper and titanium.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay. Does stuff respawn though?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And out there were a lot of explosive dudes, and I didn't really want to be out there. So we'll head back. I thought this was another thermal vent, like a new one that I didn't know about, but it turned out to be the same one. Yeah, well. No, like it was just red area that wouldn't let me put it anywhere down there. There might be like a magic pixel spot for it, but man, I don't know. I'll deal with it for now. It sounds like we have a pressing energy issue here right at this moment anyway. You want to see my bacon list? Okay, one moment. I got maple bacon, some other type of bacon, different type of bacon. I'll show you what I got. 1 second.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And I was told I can leave the salt in there, but I kind of like having just lockers and lockers full of salt. Anything in particular that you're looking for? Let me get you a better view. Oh. Yeah. There we go. That's the basic stuff. Some caves that I was nearby and the thing blew up and was like, oh, I'm detecting volcanic activity. So at some point I'm going to check that out. The Life Pod 12 and Life Pod 2 I've been to. Life Pod 2 is sort of marking a cool cave area that I want to take a look at with the prawn at, some point. The proposed Degassi habitats are from really long time ago. They're actually one and the same. I just bugged it out. Life Pod 3 was from ages ago. 17 was shortly after. Rendezvous. Can I get rid of beacons at all? No, right? And those are camera drones. Like, I've been to all of these. I want to say that, like, Life Pod 19 was kind of sort of nearby where I was thinking. Just west of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, like, basically beneath the island out there. If I want to turn prawn suit lights off, take out the left power cell? How's that work? Why does that work? And why would I want that? Okay, let's put... You know what? I don't know if you were going to be a quartz locker, but that's what you are now. You are now a quartz locker. Because it's not exactly a precious resource to me right now. I have a decent bit of it. A lot of this titanium can go back in. A lot of that we're keeping. Didn't grab any of that. Grabbed a little bit of the copper, which I need more of still. Put the gold away. The silver can come back in. The silver, yeah, which I got a bunch of. And the lead, I guess I'll bring onto the Aurora? No. Onto the Deity Loader. A reminder to pet the crab squid. Yeah, the prawn suits likes they're not that great. But I guess that sort of adds to the atmosphere. Because they're kind of downward facing, but that's fine because that's where you're focusing with the prawn suit. So, like, it works out in a way. Right, yeah, I don't have the magnetite. Hello, Plumpy Chunks. The VIP's doing some good work with the reminders. I updated a lot of the commands yesterday. I got a Yeti time, and time zone command in there that all basically say the same thing. And I added in the Discord update. I still need to update the chat rules, though. Because the chat rules still mention about the poopy quality, and that I apologize for the poop. I no longer apologize for the poop. Because at this point, you should just deal with whatever quality you've got, because it's the very best I can do. Without igniting Twitch's ingest servers. And plenty of water here. Nothing too fantastic, but it'll work. And a load of spare batteries. Man, I've got a lot of batteries. You're full. We'll throw a bit of titanium into you then. And I even have a couple more spare batteries. Is anything running low on battery? No? Okay. The flashlight a little bit and the laser cutter a little bit, I guess. So I guess there's some fresh ones and we'll throw those in the charger real fast and then we'll head out. To the west, where I think that's where I want to be putting my blah. Yeah, Discord link is a Patreon thing and a Twitch sub thing. If you connect your Twitch to your Discord through your settings connections, my server's Twitch bot should recognize at some point within typically an hour that you're a sub and will invite you in. I do not currently have a public Discord, though I'm still slightly tempted to see about getting that set up just to see what sort of fresh hells are unleashed for me on a daily basis, because life's just not exciting enough. What's the current objective? What have you missed? I've done fuck all so far. Just a bunch of organization. I went out, grabbed a little more titanium. Objective currently is to set out a secondary base / scanning location at where those sea treasures were, which I've been informed are to the west, just next to where I previously put my my previous guy. And then later on we'll check out CTOU's life pod down there again.
Engine powering up.
Can have a room for people without tags in Discord. Yeah, that's... Oh, right, I got a baby whatever thing. Right, of course. We need to spin around. And let me also turn off the inside lights. Whoa! Commander Useless. He's here. He's hiding. He's throwing gift subs out from the shadows. Damn. Thank you, Commander Useless. You've been incredibly generous, and I hugely appreciate it. Yeah, turn on the inside light. It's connected to an inverter, so I actually turned it off by turning it on. That's how that works. Well, so don't ram into it then, jeez. Because I need to be... Man, I was pretty close with that base, apparently. Maybe I just disassemble it and move it a bit? I'd have to extend the power a little bit. Oh, come on, I dodged it. I dodged it. Just get off there. You're fine. This thing is so fat. The Cyclops is based on a real submarine. I turn on the light, someone dies in the background. Well, it's a rough ship, you know. It's not so easy. So, forgot its name, but the Subnautica credits feature the copyright for it. That's a neat thing. How accurate is it? Like, is it just loosely based on it, or is it pretty much like this is exactly what the submarine is? This thing needs a cruise control so I can just have it go and walk around the ship. Like space engineers, and just hope you don't crash into anything. Done a lot of research in making this game. No idea what floaters are based on, though. Yeah, see, there's my little scanning outpost thing that I put down. But if I just went a little further, we'd be beneath the island. Man, I see nothing. Okay, let me park it here real fast. We'll leave the engine on. Get my bearings a little bit better. Okay, we're almost at the island. And I think it was below the island, so pretty much just turn left a little bit and keep going. And we'll be there. We should see the glow of the big floaty ball things. Should also maybe see the glow of the ancient floaters that are holding the island up. And those guys, right? I think the island, you can just barely make out the lower bit of the island up there. All right. See about finding a cool spot to descend here. I like that I can move with the cameras. I never tried that before. Not really sure why I didn't. The only thing I can't do is see how deep we are. Oh, we're okay for a while. 200 out of 900. No problem. Oops. I wanted camera light. Yeah. On full blast. Got stuck on something. This game is just unbelievably beautiful. It's it's really insane. I love it. Only at 300 or so.
Seek fluid intake.
But there's one of them, I believe. They're so tough to make out. Yeah, but that's them. And they're cool because just their mere existence of walking around, I think, spawns those little chunks, because the PDA mentioned something about them kicking up materials. And they're generally peaceful and cool, but I don't know to what extent. So, let's exit.
Engine powering down.
We'll turn off all the lights on. I'll grab three marble melons and chop this one. Gets me the 4 seeds. Yeah. Nom.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I'll take a couple potatoes. Nom. So food's totally cool. We can have one of the basic waters that are in here. You sure it's not their poop? I don't know, it could be. Do they poop? I'm not sure. The PDA said something about kicking up materials though. And if it's poop, I'll take it, because the bioreactor could probably use it. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what I'm going with. That's my logic. Bring me over to here, because I want this. They sound quite cool. If you consume the possible poop, it may give you Elder God blood. Well, I mean, Elder God blood sounds pretty cool. They're probably related to the Elder Gods. I'm just gonna assume they're related to the Elder Gods, and by eating their poop, I'll harness their powers that way. This seems legitimate. The PDA doesn't mention this, but I'm pretty confident. Logic. There we go. And pick that up. Oh, loads of room. They're walking off and they just leave behind just a bunch of stuff. So I think setting up a base around here would be a cool thing for general resupplying of stuff. These bastards things. They're hostile to me nowadays because my infection's growing, right? I actually have, like, kind of sort of visible skin blemishes or something because of that. How far did I get through the main thing? I don't think I'm terribly far. The most I've done so far was I checked out Shabby with a gift sub to ZK. Very much appreciated. Extremely generous of you. I went to the island. The first island where your the rescue team was shot down. Went to there, explored the facility, can't turn off the weapon because I'm infected. And then I had a crazy vision thing, and then I got the thing for the life pod that's like 500 meters or so down. And we checked that out, saw a crab squid, and that's about it. That's the furthest I've made it in the main thing, and that's the deepest that I've currently been. Something like that. And Derpy Lemon with the gifted sub as well. Jeez. Goodness gracious, people. What, are we just like not allowed to have non-subs? Is that what's happening here? Oh my god. I'm gonna get some more emote slots at this rate. And this, I think, goes a lot deeper, and that's where I found one of those alien vent things. Take that out of you. head over a bit closer to Daddy Loader and I'll drop it off real quick just to save it, so to speak. Do emotes like that, like the misclick one.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Ideas are welcome. You were a lot of quartz. Okay. And I had a... Did I build another storage bin for just like miscellaneous garbage? Not sure if I did. Let's build another locker though. Because they're pretty cheap to do. Cool. More space. Hans's sipping lobster thing. I can do that. Oh, right. It's not here anymore. And a floater emote. Oh, man. Floater emote. What would that be? Oh yeah, look at that, alien feces. It's poop, nutrient-rich manure suitable for bioenergy production. Well, shit. Relax, it's just poop. Like literally just an image of a floater. Technically, these things are Leviathans, but really, I don't know about that entirely. Like, I don't want to be too close to these dudes. Like, I feel like I should stay out of their way, but they're generally... The PDA, I think, mentioned them being generally a bit friendly. Hello? This one's looking at me. That's his face there. Okay, too close. I get it. This is shell outcrop here. Like, this is good stuff. So if I can set up a base kind of near one of their walking paths, I can get some of the materials that I've been missing for a while. Just scan and be like, I need shale, and it's just like, whoomp, here you go. Here's all of the shale. But now here's the thing. When making a new base, you start with a little bit of reinforcement. Like, it just naturally has like 10 structural integrity or whatever. But as I go deeper, I'm going to need that, right? So, how deep do I have to be before I have to start with, like, foundation or something? Drop off what I've got and we'll see about building it. Over here. And I'll park you up here in case they turn around. I don't really want them to, like, walk through this, my mech here. Hello! Oh boy. Zakinishans. Or so. Just over here will be fine too. It doesn't have to be anywhere too wild. There, that's fine. Like, just to save its power, I guess? It's a weird thing. Just a left power cell. It's strange to me. Oi! Let me in my boat. Good try. Wait, we put in the toe poopy. And I take a bit of quartz out. Bit of lithium. The diamond I don't think I need. The ruby I don't need. A little bit of gold, I guess. Lead? So let's see. I think I might start with the foundation. Because then I can always just remove the foundation if I don't need it. And the foundation... This needs a search. I don't know where anything is. It's kind of categorized a little bit. 2 titanium, 2 lead. Okay. So we'd go 2 titanium, 2 lead into a scanner room. So... Copper, gold, titanium, a couple lead, a table coral sample. I don't think I need the lithium or the gold. Really just need titanium at this point. I'll take a water. And a little more gold. And copper, sure. Don't know what's going on. Setting up a small sort of side base type thing. We'll put this at 300 meters. Mostly just a scan for what I need, because being able to scan for stuff far and wide is a pretty cool thing. But also, I know there's going to be a lot of cool minerals here because of the dudes walking around down there. They kick up materials and stuff. So it's going to be a cool guaranteed area to find stuff like diamond and lithium and all those things that are generally a little bit difficult to find for me. I mean, how's that gonna work? It's only minus 1.2. It's now at 10. And it floats. So I don't need this. I'm not deep enough to have to worry about that, I guess. So cool. However, we are a bit deep, but there's poop. So if I could build a multi-purpose room off to the side of you, I guess I'll have to build a hallway first. That's not right. There we go. That's looking a bit better. Oops. Into a multi-purpose room. And thus, could you go beneath? Do you work beneath? I don't think that'd work. I don't seem to need foundations at all. It seems pretty happy without. Because the thing with the foundations is they're on such a weird fucked up grid that's different than everything else, that where I would want them to be, it doesn't, we either float above it still or it's just completely off-centered. So it's like I can't, it doesn't work. So even for aesthetics it doesn't quite work. How's the base floating in mid-water? We got the pressure just right.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
I did try to build them first. I started with foundations. That was the very first thing I built, but the scanner room is, it goes on a different grid, and it was floating and was all fucked up. I literally just had that a minute ago. But we can see if I start with the multi-purpose room, maybe? Since I need one of those, and we'll throw a bioreactor into it, and that'll be our power source. So, like, foundation first. I want it there. There. We have a foundation. And the multi-purpose room. It's still, you see what I mean though? Like, it's on a weird fucked up grid. So it's all off-centered and awkward and janky and shit. Down to about 1 kilometer without reinforcements. Okay, that's what I was asking a while ago. That's good to know. It's like I totally don't need foundations, and even aesthetically, it still doesn't work. So I'd like to just... Yeah, and I can't. Ugh, what's... Do I have anything I could just drop for a moment? God damn it. Let me drop just like a ruby. That'll be nice and visible. Like, I'll just multi-purpose room it. God, would you back off like a little bit, please? Thank you. Ugh. Why are you so awkward right now? Get out of my face. So then at least we have some feet. We okay with that aesthetic? And then I can build a corridor. But you said an X compartment? That's, I'll just take this, just the one compartment will be just fine. Okay. Get some more air. What about Pepsi Lime? That sounds disgusting. Pepsi alone is pretty gross. But throwing some lime in there, I don't think that freshens it much. But I'm not really a soda drinker, so maybe that's just me. Just let me confirm. Okay. I don't need the hallway at all. I had to spun around the wrong way. Okay, and then the hatch, which, yeah, we'll have off this. And then interior places, bioreactor. I wasn't exactly planning on having this, but I think I brought the lubricant a while back. I think I was a little bit prepared in that regard. Or do I have to go back real quick because I don't have lubricant? I think I have to go back real quick because I don't have lubricant. I thought I remembered bringing lubricant. I guess not. Alright. Well. Fine. I got the fabricator, so I could make the wiring kit at least. Silver ore. I don't think I brought silver, actually. No. So I need lubricant and silver ore. It's 1,000 meters out there. That'd be expensive to bring power all the way over. Be what, 10 copper, 10 gold, I think? It's about 100 meters per.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
No. I'm almost... Come on. Woo. Some thermal exhaust or something near? Maybe. I mean, there's poop, so I could always just like run down real quick and grab poop. And I could store poop in there in a wall locker or something. Alright.
Engine powering up.
Pretty quiet out here, Leviathan-wise. That was your cue game to suddenly have a Leviathan start showing up? No? Okay. Fine. I have no clue what seltzer is, but chocolate and milk doesn't sound so unusual. Chocolate milk is normal. Seltzer water is, at least in America, it's basically mineral water, but without the mineral. It's just carbonated water. Typically with a little bit of salt added, I think, but then there's also club soda, which one of them has a bit of salt, the other doesn't. I don't quite remember which is which. Because in America, it's difficult to find just plain carbonated water. So typically you'd be drinking either club soda or seltzer water instead. Because any of the carbonated water that there is like always flavored with some crazy thing and a shitload of aspartame. So it's like super duper sweet. It's basically soda. A chocolate cream egg. What? Soda water and chocolate is called a chocolate cream egg? I'm missing something in chat, right? Like, what? None of this sounds right. Hello, blah blah. A drink with seltzer, chocolate syrup, and milk. It's chocolate milk, but with carbonated water watering it down.
Engine powering down.
I saw a thing that I'm curious about. What's the glow in here? Is that just a plant? Yeah, it's just a plant. Okay. It's a supposed American drink? Huh.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
To me, it sounds like something that would market itself as something like, ooh, it's European, but it's totally not.
Powering up.
But they pretend and hope you don't actually know what Europeans drink. And then you buy it thinking, oh, it's European, it's different, it's fancy, we'll check it out. That's what it sounds like. I got this scanner room looking for the shell chunks because that is the diamonds and stuff that I'm after. But those dudes kicking up the shell chunks, I don't really know if I need this space anymore, really. Like the stuff in Germany. I mixed Fanta and cola. I think the European Fanta is different, or at least the German Fanta is different. Like that's the quote-unquote real one. That's like the Mexican Coke, as in Mexican Coca-Cola with the actual cane sugar. But mixing Fanta and cola here in America that'd be like just mixing, like, just soda A with soda B. Yeah. Apple juice with carbonated water, absolutely. Some Apfelsaft, hell yeah. That's my jam. Get some unsweetened apple juice and mix it into seltzer water. Good stuff. Whoa, metal salvage. Right, we're still scanning for that. Jeez. God damn. Fanta and cola is a nice way to waste both drinks. Gonna turn on the interior lights. I don't like having the interiors off. I don't think it helps that much with the exterior lighting and seeing and all that. But let me grab... How much room do I have? Enough. So this way I've got it. If you want a nice drink that's way too much of a pain in the ass to make, try boiling and mashing some raspberries with a spoon of sugar before straining it, letting it cool, and mixing it with ice water. You've just described juice, I think. Right? That's just a raspberry juice. But homemade. Okay. Cool. And I think this is close enough. We'll just park it here.
Engine powering down.
Slaughter, gut, maim, kill. And we'll have a nice fresh water in here too by now. So I'll take that and I'll grab the spare one and that can stay on board the Cyclops.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh yeah. It's a salt, some more quartz. I need, well, to keep a little bit of it on me. I needed to bring some silver. That's it. That's all I needed to bring back. Grab a little more titanium. You don't need to scan for that anymore. And all right. I can definitely see the benefit of having the sea moth. Actually, what's it take to make a grav trap? Because a spare grav trap would be a cool thing to have over there. Ah. Battery, copper, titanium. That's so stupidly easy. Okay, battery, copper, titanium. Just grab me one of these batteries. And we can make a spare grav trap. And then that can just stay over there because that'll make harvesting this stuff significantly easier.
Engine powering up. Ahead flagged. Emergency speed. Warning.
Go!
Excessive noise. Ahead standard.
Everybody's just talking about food in chat. Yeah, it's a nice chill stream game for that kind of thing. You just kind of have it on and just hang out and relax. I'm a little bit tempted on bringing over the geothermal here across to my main base. Like, I don't need to do it, but man, it's still tempting to. Because that's the line that I've got there. The head's across toward it. And it's like copper and titanium to do. So really I'd need just like 8 or so. Yeah, I don't know. And then after I get this set up though, I want to see about taking the prawn suit down deep over here just to see what there is. Because I think I checked into it a little bit, but I don't think I really fully explored it very much. Yeah, alright, useless, thanks for stopping in. Thanks again for the gift stops and hope you have a good day. Because at some point there was a huge, massive tube that I was like, should I jump down this? And everybody was like, oh, it's like 500 meters. And it totally wasn't 500 meters. The whole thing was like 800 meters or something. And there was like a green pool of stuff that I was told not to jump into, but I had already jumped into it, but thankfully nothing happened. I don't know where that was. Hot weather. We've got it here. It's been hanging around 31 to 36 Celsius for the past couple weeks here. Aw, Chappy. I'll add that for you. High 90s Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's... We get up to around there. It hasn't been very humid, thankfully, which is really nice. It makes it a little more tolerable. It's a bit like just, you open the front door and it's a bit like just opening a hot oven door. But sometimes there's this oddly cool breeze that comes through. And the other day there is just a hint of humidity with that cool breeze. Boy, does that fuck your blood pressure up. Man, that's rough stuff.
Engine powering down.
I need to grab the lubricant.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Where'd I put it? Just the one, I think, right? Wiring kit. Right. Man, I cut that pretty close, didn't I? What a park.